Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video that I am recording, and I am just going to do an everyday makeup look. I am going to work today, so I am just going to do an everyday makeup look for you guys. Excuse the hair, I will deal with that later. So we're going to do an everyday makeup tutorial using my favorite products at the moment. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first off, I don't use primers because I feel like they don't work on me, and I feel like they just slip right off my face, or it makes my foundation slip right off my face. So I'm just gonna jump right in with my foundation. And the foundation I'm using today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this is in the color 362C Soft Ivory. I like to cover it. I start off with that much so far, and then I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. It is dampened, and then just start blending it out. So sometimes it'll look like this, and then sometimes I'll add a little bit more foundation if it's not covering as much as I want it to. So I'm just going to add a little bit more to my cheeks and then blend some more. Now that foundation is done, I am going to go on with my concealer, and I am in between two shades. So the concealer that I use is ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and my two shades are Fair 8 and Light 10. I do mix these two. I think it's really awesome to mix concealers. So first I'm going to go in with Light 10. And this is the color that I just put all over my face, just everywhere. In the high points there. And then I'll put a little bit on my eyes just to prime my eyes because I don't use eye primer. Just cover up those nasty guys. So I really just put it in the center of my face. And then I'm going to take this and put it right in the corners of my eyes just to brighten it up a bit, because I really want that brightening effect. So I'm going to take my dampened beauty sponge again and just blend that out. Alright, and usually I will go back in with concealer if I am not feeling it covered enough. So like in my little area right there, I don't feel like it covered enough, so I'm just going to go back, just dab a little bit, and I'm going to blend that out a little bit. I'm going to use my foundation side just to blend it a little more. Alright, so next I am going to move on to powder, and the powder I am loving at the moment is the Beauty Bakery Flour Powder, and this is in the translucent one. I know a lot of people use the yellow one, but I like the translucent one just because I am so fair. Now I just tap some into the cap, and as you see, there's just a bunch there. So I'm just going to take it off the cap first. I'm going to use my dampened beauty sponge for this, and what I like to do is go right under the eye and essentially bake just for a few seconds, a few minutes if you will. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. I really don't add much because my under eyes are on the drier side, so I don't like to do it, but I also add it to my chin. And since makeup doesn't like to stay on my nose too well, I also bake my nose, all of it. And then also a little bit over here because I do tend to make a lot of facial expressions and they are not okay. So next I am going to take my IT Cosmetics powder brush. This came in a set for Christmas. No, Mother's Day. This came in a set for Mother's Day. And I'm just going to get some powder on it, not too much. And I like to dab it on my face first, just so I'm not pushing any foundation anywhere. And I use such a light hand for this. And then I'll go and buff it. And this is when I will wipe my bake off as well. I don't like my bake sitting on there that long because it tends to look cakey and drying, and I'm not about that life. I'm just gonna also blend the powder down my neck with that. I'm just going to add a little bit more powder because I still feel some stickiness, and I am one that I don't like sticky foundation. I think it is horrible on my skin, and I have really dry skin as well, so I don't know why I don't like, or I have to set my foundation. It's not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to leave my powder to the side because we are going to be using it in a minute. So we are not done with the face. Next I am going to move on to bronzer. This is probably my favorite step because I am so pale and my face just looks so flat right now. So I want to put some life back into it. So the product I am taking today is I'm going to take the Physician Formula and Casey Holmes collaboration. This thing is gorgeous and I love it. So what it is it comes with a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. It also comes with 4 eyeshadow shades. It comes with a lip gloss or a lip balm and a perfume. And I love it. So the brush I'm going to take for this, I'm going to take the Jeffree Star, the JS2 brush. I'm just going to dab a little bit in here. Get my brush coated. I'm also going to tap off the excess because I really want this to be a light wash. And I just essentially bronze my face. Now this brush just came out and it is a really good brush. It's so soft and so soft and really just doesn't move the foundation or the powder underneath it, and it just blends the product so well. So I'm just going to take it and put it up on my temples too, just to hide the fact that I have a 5 head. And I'm just looking into my monitor just to make sure that it doesn't look as bad as I think it does, because you know everything translates differently on camera. This is just a brush I got in my Ipsy bag. It's from Crown Brush. It's a Crown brush, and I do use this for blush. It is a duo fiber brush. So now for blush, I'm going to take my Flower Beauty blush. This is in PB1 and it is called Sweet Pea. And I think this is a great color on everybody. It's just like a nice mauve color. So I'm just going to dip my brush in that, tap off any excess, smile, and put it on my cheeks just to give me some color back into my face. And I like this color because it doesn't have any shimmer to it, and I go a little overboard at first because we are going to blend it out. Alright, so since we're done with blush, I am going to take my dampened beauty sponge again, and I'm going to take the side that has the sharp edge, and I'm going to carve out my contour a little bit just to give it a little bit more highlight down here. And then I don't let that sit like that long at all. I immediately go in and brush it away. So I am brushing it out. And then I'm also going to go over the blush and the contour. So next is eyebrows. So I normally would not fill them in just because I do have bushy eyebrows on their own. So what I just do is I go in with the Benefit Gimme Brow in shade 1, and I just essentially just darken them up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I really don't have to fill my eyebrows in just because they are so thick. So I'm just going, and then what I like to do is brush down as well, just to really coat the hairs. And then brush back up and out. So that's it for brows. Alright, so next we are going to move on to eyes, and like I said, I'm just doing an everyday eye makeup look today, so it's going to be a really simple eye look. So I am going to use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. This palette is a really pretty palette. It is the new formula on it. Sorry, mine's a little dirty. I do really enjoy this palette because there is a whole bunch of neutrals in there and you have a lot of mattes. I'm more of a matte girl when it comes to eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to take my JS5 brush, which is a blending brush, and I'm going to take the color Heaven just as an all over buffing color, so our eyeshadows can lay properly. And as you know from the previous steps, I don't use an eyeshadow base because I just think my concealer works perfectly fine for that. So I'm going to take the same brush and I am going to go into Strip Poker. And I like to coat my brush kind of heavy with it and tap off the excess. And what I'm going to do is I am going to just lay that in the crease. So now that we're done with that, I am going to go in with my Morphe X James Charles palette. I do like some of the neutrals in here as well as some of the colors. And as you see, I use mine not that much, but kind of a lot at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into the color Punch Me, which is right here. I have the names up here for reference. So I'm just going to tap in there, tap off the excess, and I'm literally using the same brush. That's how easy this is. You just use the same brush. I'm just literally going to blend this into the outer part of my lid and crease. And then I'm blending it into my crease as well. So next I am going to move to a different brush, and sorry about using all Jeffree Star brushes. I just got them, so I'm really excited to use them. I am using the JS6 brush, which is a flat shaded brush like this, or a flat blender brush, I should probably say. And then I'm going to go into the color T, which is right here. It's that color right there. And I'm literally just going to take the little bit. Alright, so I'm going to take this color and just put it right on the outer part of my lid, because I don't want to make this look too dark and too dramatic. I just want to make it an everyday simple look. So I'm literally just putting the smallest amount right here. And then we're not going to blend it out just yet. We're just going to let it sit there and chill for right now. I just took a little bit too much with that one. So this one I am going to blend out first, because I don't want that harsh line sitting there. So next I'm going to take the JS6 brush, and I'm going to take the color that we put in our crease, in our outer crease. And that's the color Punch Me from the James Charles palette. It's this one right here. So I'm going to take that on this little brush, which has no product left on it. Alright, so now we're done with that shadow. Let's move on to mascara. I'm just going to curl in. Sorry, I'm going to get like down here because my mirror's down here. And that is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. This mascara is to die for. So I'm just going to put mascara on my upper eyelashes because I feel like it looks better that way. And I can tell you that putting mascara on my eyelashes takes most of my routine. Everything else I could do within like a second. Alright, so next we are going to move on to highlight. So I'm just going to take my Smashbox Holidays Contour and Spotlight palette, and I'm just going to find a highlight in there. And my favorite highlighter at the moment is this one. I'm just going to take my Jeffree Star, my JS4 brush, and I'm just going to dip in there. And I know it's a little dark for my skin tone, but it's fine. It does not look that dark on my skin. So I'm just going to blend it out, and I usually round my eyebrow a little bit with it. I don't know, I just like that look. So as you see, I like it because it's subtle. I'm not much on a blinding highlight as some people are. That's just not my vibe. So I just add a little bit to it, and then also to my upper lip, or my cupid's bow, I should say. So that's all the highlight that I use. Next is lips. So I'm going to take ColourPop in the color Alyssa. Alright, so last and final step, setting spray. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites. I'm just going to mist my face with this. And then I just fan with my hands or with a palette. Alright, and this is the final look. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you look down in the description box below, it will list every product that I used. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and then also comment down below and tell me what you want to see next. That will really help me out. Alright guys, see you later. Bye!